Hello Year 12s. What I'm trying to do now is I'm going to do a transformation where I don't give you the list of transformations that you need to change from one function to another. What I'm doing is saying that if we have this transformation, or this graph here, how do I change it to this graph here? How do I go from there to there? And what is the sequence of transformations that I will need to go through? Well, what we can do is this. We'll start out with y equals x to the 4. Now that's the old graph. Then we transform it to this new graph. So the y values would be, I'll designate as new values. And the x values I'll designate as new x values. Now let's see, let me change this one here. I'll take the 5 across to the other side, so it'll be y dashed minus 5 is equal to 3 x new plus 1, okay, all to the 4. Now I'll divide both sides by 3, or minus 3 even actually. So I have x plus 1 to the 4. Alright, so now I'm in a position to be able to compare what's gone on here. So how have I changed the old y so it's now the new y? Well, let's write it as an equation. So I'll have the new value of y is equal to the old value of y is equal to the new value of y. Take away 5 divided by 3. And then I'll use a little bit of algebra. So this will be minus 3y. And then one final step, I'll have the new value of y will be equal to minus 3y plus 5. So what have we done to the old y to take it to the new y? Well, we've changed it, we've reflected it, that negative will reflect it in the x-axis. This 3 will mean the y values are 5 times as big, so we will have dilated away from the x-axis by a factor of 3, and then what we've done is we will have moved it 5 up. Now what about the x values? Well, if we compare that x value to these ones here, what we have is the old x value is equal to the new x value plus 1. Now let's change that around so that we can have the old in terms of the new. So the old x value take away 1 will be the new x value. Alright, so let's see, well, how could we have done this? Well, the first thing that we would have done was would have had to have changed the y value. So we could have said reflect in the x-axis. Okay, that's what that negative in front of the 3y would have done. Then we could have said dilate by a factor of 3 from the x-axis. Now we can say, well, we want to move it left 1. That's what that minus 1 does. And then we want to move it 5 up. That's what this plus 5 does. So that's how we might have done it. Alrighty. I hope that helps a little bit, and I'll see you in class to ask any more questions. Alright, bye until then.